Hello, you fellow readers. Welcome back to my channel, Shout Out to Books, where we are going to discuss anything and everything related to books. And hope you're doing great and you're all set on your journey to become an amazing reader. So, I have a question for you guys. What do you think of the people who have moved out of our country, or immigrant Indians who have moved out of country and who are making their career outside of our country? So what do you think of them? Do you think that they are making so much of money without putting little efforts, or do you think do you admire them for their courage to move out of their own country and make a life somewhere that they don't belong? So, in any case, you should be reading this book, and we are going to talk about The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. So, this is the book that we are going to talk about today. And I have a fourth edition of this book, which is the beautiful, which has a beautiful cover. It's really colorful, so every time when I see this, my mood sort of freshens up. So I really like this cover of this book as well. And so the story of this book revolves around a couple who have moved out of Bengal to USA for career. Their names are Ashok and Ashima, and they make their life from scratch there. So its story revolves around that. Another thing is like they give birth to a child, a baby boy, who they name later on Gogol. So there is whole another story why they name him Gokul, and around that story the entire book revolves. But there is so much more to this book than a story. So it covers so many human emotions. It also talks about self, self identity. It talks about the self belonging somewhere, sense of belonging. It talks about your issue if you feel rootlessness, whose parent have been at a new place. So if they are second generation NRIs, how would they feel? Their rootlessness, that feeling it covers. You can actually relate to that with even in our situations as well. So another view to look at this book is with your parents' perspective. So you must have heard that our parents or our earlier generation keeps saying that you do not have much of a struggle as compared to us, which is partially true. Why? That you will find it in this book, because after reading this book I started admiring earlier generations. Their struggles were whole lot of different, another level than us. Of course we have our own, but yet it's great that they built their life from scratch. Even in India, your parents, if you look at them, you will see that they have been through a lot more than us. There is one chapter, one scene in this book where Ashok, who is the father of that household, they are not able to find his solo picture in anywhere, in any of the pictures. Everywhere either he is with family or he's behind the lens. So I could actually relate to that so much, because in our households as well, our fathers or our father figures are always there to support us in the background, but we sort of never appreciate them that for that. I have, so that's where I felt grateful towards earlier generation, or towards our father, towards our parents. That's another way to look at it. You can even make harmless assumption, like for example, there was another scene in this where Ashima moves to a new place, and sees there are cracks in the floor of that place, and there are so many cockroaches coming out of that, and how she deals with it. Against There is another, in the later part of the book, there is another character called Moshimi, who faces same issue, but she is a bit younger than Ashima. She is from the around our generation, you can say. And even her ceiling has some cracks and rain keeps on pouring, and how she reacts to that situation. So there are, those two react entirely differently to the similar sort of situation. So that sort of thing you will get to know only if you pay enough attention to the details. You will see that there are so many details mentioned. Lahiri's language is so beautiful that you will actually get dissolved while reading. You will get so much of involvement in the details, but you may feel that why am I reading routine details of these people? But pay attention to that, because those are the key points in this book. To understand this book is so much more deeper than it seems. It has covered around 30 plus years of span in just 300 pages. Our protagonist is Gokul, and how he loves his name, hates his name, then what he does with his name. The story or plot revolves around that. So there are so many beautiful quotes in the book, amongst which I always sort of remember this quote, where Ashima says, like pregnancy, being foreigner always elicits same curiosity from strangers. Same combination of pity and respect. So this quote itself will make you think a lot. There is another one which states that it's easier to surrender to confinement. So these sort of quotes will make you think. Even the story will make you think. So this book will actually give you so much of work to your brain. So try to take your time with this book. I would suggest take your time with this book, read it slowly, try to understand it, discuss it amongst your friends, and enjoy this book thoroughly. This book is amazing. I would really recommend you to read this book. That's all about The Namesake. Enjoy this book and let me know how did you find my recommendation, how did you find this book. If you like this video, hit on the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching it till the end. Enjoy your day.